Michelle Cooks fans. Today we're going to make what I call a Syrian potato salad. And it's very easy to make. And it's a way for you to either make a potato salad from fresh potatoes, which you would then need to boil and peel and all that stuff. Or I always make extra baked potatoes and then have them ready, and I can use them to make the potato salad because they're already cooked. Now, this time I'm using red potatoes, but you can use pretty much any potatoes and the best ones that your family likes. I always like things with a thin skin because I like to have the skin on, but you could take the skin off, and that's totally up to you. And then what I want you to do is I want you to cut them into bite-sized pieces like this. Bite-sized pieces like this. Okay, and I have a couple more to cut. And then what else you're going to need is fresh mint. You can use the dried mint. I prefer fresh, but you can do either. You do you. Fresh parsley. My suggestion is flat-leafed, although you can use the curly-leafed. And then I use the green onions, the tops of the green onions, or whatever you call them, chives or whatever. Or you can use a regular onion, just adjust it to your taste, because obviously regular onions can be a lot stronger. The other thing you will need is lemon juice, olive oil, salt, pepper, and you can add some garlic if your family likes garlic. If they don't. And the other thing that you can add is the pomegranate syrup, which you can get at Middle Eastern stores, and that gives it a little different kick. So let's get started with this. Okay, as you can see here, I've cut my potatoes, and that was between 5 and 6 medium-sized potatoes, about the size of my palm. And the peel starts to come off, so I just take it off. If it doesn't, it's soft enough that it'll work. And then I've taken 1 bunch of flat leaf parsley, 1 bunch of mint, and 1 bunch, you can see about how big that bunch is, of the green chives or green onions, and they're all chopped up here. It doesn't have to be super fine like it does in tabbouleh. It can be a little bit more of a rough chop. Now, please use fresh parsley. Do not use dried parsley. It won't work in here. But you can probably get away with the dried mint if you choose. So now I'm going to take what I have chopped and I'm going to put it in to the bowl with the potatoes. Okay, and like I said, for 5 or 6 medium potatoes, it's 1 bunch of each: mint, parsley, and the chives. Now, this is something I like, but you don't have to do this. I like tomato in it, so I take a fresh tomato, and since my husband's such an awesome gardener, I have all these things in my garden, and I add a finely chopped tomato to the mix. Just my preference. It can be left out. Okay, the next part is pepper. And again, to your family's taste. Salt. Now, I make my own minced garlic from fresh garlic, and I don't really measure it. I just take a handful there and I throw it in there. And then you're going to add lemon juice and olive oil. Okay, 2 to 3 fresh lemons, and I squeeze it right over. Do your best not to get a seed in there. Occasionally you will. And you're going to use about 1/4 cup of olive oil in it, and then you're going to stir it. Now, my sister-in-law uses lemon salt. and it's wonderful. The problem is I've never mastered lemon salt, so I always add too little or too much. So if you have it and you know how to use it, go for it. Now, stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. Okay, you can see how this is starting to come together a little bit. Okay. It's actually delicious and it's not hard, and this will stay out in the heat. You don't have to worry about mayonnaise and everything going kaflooey in the hot sun. This is delicious and it is easy as long as you don't mind chopping a little bit. And again, it's a refreshing, not heavy potato salad because it's greens and potatoes as opposed to mayonnaise and potatoes. Okay, now again, here is where I would add my the pomegranate syrup because of my husband, but I personally like it just like this. Now taste it. It's right on. It doesn't need a thing. But you can adjust it to your taste. If you like more lemon, put more lemon. If you like more salt, put more salt. But it's perfect for me. Thank you, Michelle Cooks fans. Enjoy.